I was never meant to see it, but there it was. Hidden in a private Snapchat story meant only for her girlfriends. Just 30 seconds long. A dizzy rush of flashing lights, wild cheers, bodies swaying to the beat, and the sharp pop of champagne exploding. Then, over the chaos, a voice pierced through. That's 3 down, core is next. And something inside me cracked. I watched the clip again. Then again. Each replay hit harder. The words didn't just hurt, they carved something out of me. In less than a week, I was going to ask her to marry me. I'd been carrying the ring for weeks, waiting for the perfect moment. But now it felt heavy, useless. Her name was Caitlin. We'd been together for 4 years, through layoffs, emergency room visits, insomnia. I stayed by her side during her mom's battle with cancer. She stood by me when I lost my job. We'd survived a lot. And now she was in Miami, blowing off steam with her girlfriends. Or that's what she told me. That trip broke everything. I didn't confront her when she returned. No accusations. No scenes. Just silence. I saved the video. Pulled the audio. Took screenshots of the group chat her friend had foolishly made public. I didn't need to react. Not yet. Because I didn't just want to walk away. I wanted her to feel what I felt. Not anger. Reality. When she came home, her skin was sun-warmed, her smile unbothered. Still buzzed from the trip, she kicked off her heels and laughed. That was insane, she giggled, but I'm so ready to be your wife. I kissed her forehead. Glad you had a good time, I said, masking the cold inside me. Later that night, as she scrolled through messages from her girls, still laughing, I quietly packed my suitcase. No sound. No words. At 3:17 a.m., I grabbed my passport, laptop, and a burner phone I'd purchased days earlier. I left the ring on the kitchen table. Next to it, a note. Don't call. You'll understand soon. By sunrise, I was on a flight to Vancouver. I wasn't running. I was preparing. The night before the rehearsal dinner, she arrived at the venue glowing, flawless, dressed like the celebration was already in full swing. But there was no groom. Her calls went unanswered. Her messages bounced. My best man ignored her. My family turned their backs. Confusion turned to fear. Her father pulled her aside, asked if anything had happened during the trip. Her mother wept in the corner. Midnight came. Caitlin stood alone in her wedding dress. No ceremony. No vows. Just silence. She tried to rewrite the story. Claimed I panicked. Said I had emotional issues. That I bailed last minute. But the truth doesn't bend, it breaks through. That Friday, an email went out to a list I'd curated over weeks. It began with one line. You deserve to know who Caitlin really is. Attached were the receipts, the video, audio clips, screenshots. Her boasts. Her lies. Her recklessness. The reaction was instant. By Sunday, her firm had placed her under internal investigation. Allegations surfaced of her sleeping with clients and co-workers during a corporate-sponsored retreat. Not the best image. Her bridesmaids. They scattered. Mia, one of her closest friends, messaged me. We thought you knew. Caitlin said you two had an arrangement. I didn't answer. They weren't sorry, they were just afraid. Within 3 days, Caitlin lost her job, her image, and her circle. Her father sent me a letter. Thank you for telling the truth. The guy she'd been with, James, had shared the video with his friends. It spread quickly. Through her family, her firm, every network and event where her name once earned respect. 3 weeks later, she started reaching out. Not once, countless times. Texts, emails, even a Venmo payment with a message. Just tell me what you want. But I didn't want money. I wanted truth to speak for itself. I repurposed our old wedding website. Instead of RSVPs, it now hosted a single open letter. I loved Caitlin. I envisioned a future with her. I supported her through the hardest days of her life. But I refused to marry someone who treats me as a backup plan while chasing something more exciting. Beneath it, I quoted her own words from one of her texts. He's safe. I'll marry him. Take what I can and upgrade later. That message traveled far. Her father severed business ties with James' family. Her employer fired her. Even Mia posted publicly, "Loyalty matters. I stand with the truth." Caitlin was left with no allies. Then one night, a final message arrived. "You win. I'm broken. I can't go outside without people staring. I lost my job. My friends. My family barely speaks to me." But this wasn't a competition. This was truth catching up. Months passed. I sat in a quiet cafe in Lisbon, the sea glinting in the evening light. No noise. No conflict. Just peace. Word reached me that Caitlin had moved in with a cousin and tried launching a healing blog. It flopped. Her name was too scorched to escape. Eventually, she sent one last note. "I'm not trying to fix things. I just want you to know, I destroyed the only person who ever believed in me." I didn't respond. Not out of anger, but because healing means choosing forward. What I gained by leaving wasn't revenge, it was freedom. I rebuilt piece by piece. I consulted on small business projects, taught entrepreneurship abroad, reconnected with people I'd lost along the way. One evening in Dubrovnik, a friend looked across the dinner table and said, "You seem lighter." They were right. I'd paid a heavy price, but I had myself back. So if you're listening, if someone betrayed you, discarded you, or lied to your face, remember this. Vengeance doesn't always roar. Sometimes, it's just silence. A quiet exit. And letting the truth do what it always does. It arrives, and it echoes without needing a stage.